Well, good morning and welcome back to Posh Cat's Cabbing. I'm in the conservatory. It's a beautiful sunny day and we're confined to the home, and I think you know why. When I last spoke to you on YouTube, I was going for my motorhome service, and all of that was completed on the day and without any problems, so we're pleased to say. And the MOT was absolutely fine, no advisories or warnings at all, so very pleased about that. Little Ethel, the little white car, had a regular annual service and there's no problems there either. The time has come, we have left it for a couple of weeks now, time has come to put everything back in the motorhome. Give it a wipe over, give it a clean, get it ready for whenever we next go out, which won't be anytime soon, but let's have some fun. Are you going to help us, Oscar? Are you going to help us? You're not sure? Come on then, let's go. Oh, there's a big pile of things over here, and my favourite cat, Jimmy, who always travels with us. You both want to come? Come on then. Got the keys, Oscar? Got the keys? Shall we go outside then? Yeah? Shall we go out then? Well, the sun has moved round. I'm here with my t-shirt and I think I may have to go and get a fleece. It's a bit chilly out here. Bertie's sitting here waiting for us, and little Ethel, that white car behind me. Going to unlock and take off all the security devices, and then once I've done that we'll come back to you. So what do you think then, Oscar? What do you think? Oscar? What do you think then? Hey? What? Well, I've moved Bertie across the drive so that we can get in both sides, hooked up the electric and taken off all the security so the alarms won't sound, and let's go inside and have a quick look. Now, from last time when we were getting the van ready for service, you remember I emptied most of the things out. Well, I've brought one or two things, bits and pieces back in. There's a big pile of soft furnishings in the front here that I've just brought out, and then as you can see, there's no throws or anything. This is how the seats are, you know, in their original state. You can see these are the two belted seats just here, and we always cover them with a throw to just protect them from the dogs that keep jumping on and off them. Other than that, all the cupboards are still empty, and all the lockers are still empty. We're going to give them a wipe out and just start putting one or two things back in. Won't be putting food or anything like that back in until we go away next time, which under current circumstances, we're just at the beginning of April now. We think it's going to be another couple of months anyway before we go out on a trip. Well, the first thing I've done here is to lay out all the pieces of carpet onto the driveway. When you fold them and store them in the garage, they tend to curl up at the corners, and they need to be laid out flat, so I've laid them all out just while I'm getting ready to pack a few things in the van. Now, as you know, with our motorhome we have a waste bin on the door, which is there from the manufacturers. We tend to keep our dog leads and things like that, and our little bum bag, which we put the doggy bags in and things for walking the dogs. So anything to do with walking the dogs goes in there. We don't use that as a bin, but we bought this from Amazon, I believe, which is a dual bin, and all it is really, it has two lids. If I just pop that lid, that's the recycle side, and the lid comes off and you can put a liner on it, and this side's for general waste. And of course then we can be as environmentally friendly as we can with our recycling. And I've also got the collapsing laundry basket there. They're going to go in. I normally put those in the shower tray. Now, I've got a big pile of things here for what I call the man locker. This is an outdoor locker which is underneath to the rear of the kitchen, so the kitchen window. of the motorhome. I'm going to put all of this into that locker. A collapsing shovel, a tow rope, wedges. People ask me why have I got chocolates in my man locker. Well, this is a little box that the chocolates came in, but it's the submersible pump that fits on the side of the motorhome, so that you can use an aqua roll to fill your freshwater tank up with. So we carry an aqua roll as well. A freshwater pipe, which is food grade, and all the little attachments to go on a cold tap. 2 collapsing buckets for those times when you need a bucket. A trusty tool bag. Now I carry quite a few bits and pieces. A hammer, everybody needs a hammer. The usual sort of hand tools really. Long handled pliers, like a plumber's grip. Some standard pliers. A smaller set of standard pliers. And a whole range of assorted screwdrivers. Oh, look, long nose pliers, little piece of cable, some insulation tape, some electrical cable ties, another hammer. Handy when you're getting out pegs from the awning and they won't come out. You can lay one small hammer like that on the ground and then use the other one as a lever against the neck of that hammer, and they always come out. A whole selection of Allen keys, and that's about it really. Oh, a little junior hacksaw for cutting things, but other than that they're all little pair of side cutters, and there's a couple of adjustable spanners as well, and some screws and bits and pieces in the bottom there that might come in handy. A torch with a built-in socket set. A plastic biscuit box with straps that come off an awning. Now I use that for holding down the overhead the roll-out canopy. I've also got a couple of padlocks with a cable, just in case we take the bicycles and want to strap them, or anything else we want to strap it to the van. And then there's some de-icer which is coming out, screen wash, and the trusty WD-40 that can stay there for the summer. Our collapse rechargeable shower for washing the dogs and anything else that needs washing. Our collapse flexi waste pipe kit for grey waste. Some solar lights for fun, just for sticking in the ground near the motorhome. A mitt for washing the van or keeping the headlights and taillights clean. A pair of protective gloves for filling up with diesel or doing those grubby jobs under the van, and a piece of rope. A kneeling pad, nice foamy spongy kneeling pad to save your knees. A pick and grab stick for when I'm doing a little bit of wombling, clearing up someone else's rubbish, and my walking stick. A corkscrew that goes in the ground that you can tie the dogs to. A wheel brace, a mallet, and various chemicals. Oh, and funnel in case we need to top up the windscreen wash. And in the bags here we've got a TV coax aerial which is coiled up, and a pair of heavy duty jump leads, and that all went in there beautifully. Now this is the underbed locker from the outside of the van, and I'll take you around the other side to see what it looks like from there. Now I've taken the table out and laid it down here on its side, on end, and here you can see underneath the bed, if I best back up a bit, you can see here's the bed, and then underneath the bed is the storage area. Now we've got, as you may remember from the last video, the Alder boiler and all of the associated plumbing, including the water pump and the filter down the side there. There's a wheel arch to the rear there, that's the rear wheel arch of the motorhome, and then the pipe that you can just see next to the opening there, I think, is the freshwater inlet, which goes to the freshwater tank, which is slung underneath the van. Now all this area here is good storage space, and as you may remember, I showed you the battery box. That's the lid for the battery box. There's two large leisure batteries under there, 100 ampere hour leisure batteries, and they've all been checked and are in good health. So let's start putting some of the things under here. Now I've got a few things here that I've set aside. A windbreak, and here's a little tip for windbreaks. If you've got one with these metal pointy ends, cut a bottle in half and use the plastic bottle to protect your van. You can put the metal spikes inside of that and it holds the windbreak together quite nicely. I've got a watering can. This is a 10-litre watering can, and it's only ever been used for drinking water, and I use that at the tap on a site somewhere to prevent me from needing to move the van, so I don't have to, you know, just want an extra, you know, 10 or 20 litres, a couple of watering cans full, just to get us by till the next morning. And then I've got, you don't normally have these with a caravan, but with a motorhome, if you do tend to go out for the day, there's a little stand that you can have on your pitch, and you put that on your pitch so that when you're out, people recognise that that's reserved for you for when you come back. Another thing that we take is our grip mats. If the ground is a bit soft, you can pin these to the ground and then drive over them. It does help you from slipping and sliding a bit. In this big bag here, there are two big wedges. I won't get them out, but I'll show you from the end here that you can see they're quite big. They're quite big wedges that you lay under the front wheels and drive onto to ensure that your van's level if you're on an uneven pitch. I've also got a table, which is a folding picnic table in this bag here, and then a smaller one for drinks, and this one doubles up as a table or a little stool to stand on, and it's made by Camper. You may have seen those before, but quite handy little stool, and you can put the tabletop on it as well. Behind there we've got the winder for the wind out canopy that's on the side of the van, and the poles that fit in like rafters to make sure that the canopy doesn't flap about too much. And then a piece of plastic pipe that I use between the cold water tap and our aqua roll for filling. So that's all going to go in this cupboard. And then two garden chairs, lounging chairs, and these are like little director chairs actually, these two, and they do fold quite small so that they go nicely under the bed. Let's get that lot under the bed then. So here we are. I found another couple of things to put in the under bed cupboard. There's the Kadak Safari Chef, which is a pack away barbecue tabletop one, and then the Healthy Griddle, which is a little electric griddle that plugs into the mains we sometimes use. Well, we're starting to get pretty close to the finished product now. I've laid all the carpets back in and given them a bit of a hoover, and one or two of the little mats as well. As you can see, I've filled these cupboards up as well, and now we're getting the cupboards filled. I'm filling one or two of the drawers with all the bits and bobs that we have on board. I've put some boxes of spares and bits and pieces in under the locker here. First aid kit is always up here. This is all first aid kit here. Some games, and this one over here is a doggy cupboard next to Mr. Badger. Got all the doggy bags, puppy pads, all of the medications that the dogs have, emergency medications, and then their coats, some biscuits and treats, all in that cupboard there. That's just about it for packing up the motorhome. We've not got any perishables in there, just equipment, and the van is now going to sit there for probably about 8 weeks. The water's all drained down, the tanks are all at rest, and what I probably will do in a couple of weeks is to just take the van for a short journey to make sure that you know, all the lubricants are moved around in the engine, and we turn the wheels a few times, just to make sure we keep things all good, and brakes and all of those things. So that's about it, and we'll catch up with you again next time. Until then, bye bye.